Hello, we are now in Reewijk in Holland and have a great opportunity to take an interview from Bas Verkerk from the Verkerk loft from Holland, one of the famous loft in the world for middle distance and one-day distance. Thanks because you accept our interview.
Thank you.
And how it's with the pigeons in a new place?
Yeah, the start is of course difficult because it's a new place, another environment, and we have now a very big loft. The results in 2011 were quite good already. We have 14 prizes in the top 25 of the NPO races. And that was quite good. We have also won several races already, and so I hope in the future it will be even better than in our old place.
First, I would like to discuss about your meat and fawn pigeons, one day long flyers. Can you tell some things about these birds? What is the bloodline? And
yeah. The strain of our normal pigeons up to 750 kilometers are pigeons of the Witt brothers, Jan Ouwekerk and the Vroman brothers. And the Witt brothers are mainly Klak, Janssen pigeons. The Jan Ouwekerk pigeons were mainly the 46 verbaard old bloodline. And the Vroman brothers from the Limburg province, that are a little bit Arnhem pigeons, and these are more suitable to raise 700-800 kilometers, because also the Vroman brothers pigeons we raised in the past on races of 900 and 1000 kilometers, but in crossing with the other bloodlines they are now very good at 400, 500, 600 kilometers.
You decide to make a very big loft.
Yeah.
5 times bigger than the old loft. Why you do that?
Why? Because the pigeons is also for my income. It's my living, and because in the future I also want to have a team of pigeons for the races over 800 kilometers, for the international races like Bordeaux, Narbonne. And such races, so I want to have a team for that too.
What type of pigeons you take for international race?
From the Brokamp from Germany and from Etienne Milan from Belgium.
Understand. Can you tell us how it's possible to get such results like you have in the last years? So many pigeons on the Olympiad and so many top prizes from more than 10,000-15,000 competitors.
Yeah, we have one philosophy for the pigeons, and I think we keep always the best pigeons, and we try to get other good pigeons to cross our pigeons with. So we have keep all our 9 sports class Olympiad pigeons, all our national ace pigeons and all the NPO winners into our breeding loft. And I think when you breed every year from the good pigeons together with cross with the good pigeons, then you can stay on a high level. You see a lot when people sell their ace pigeon or their Olympic pigeon, they breed from brothers or sisters from that pigeon, but they are not so good as the ace pigeon itself. And we always kept our ace pigeons to breed with, and mostly the children and grandchildren are the ace pigeons again.
Let's start a little bit about the youngsters racing. How you raise the birds for one day distance for 700 kilometers? What they have to do like youngsters, and if you make selection on these birds, and how's that?
Yeah, the youngsters we get 4 rounds of youngsters for our own pigeons most of the time. The cocks and the hens get 4 different partners. So one cock get 4 different hens and one hen get 4 different cocks. So then we have 4 rounds. They get on the darkening system, and the racing season for young birds normally starts at the end of June. The second tour in Holland starts at the beginning of August. Then they fly about 8 up to 12 races, up to the maximum allowed distance in Holland. So there's 2 night basketing, so they have enough experience, but for us the young bird results are not so important. So for us it's important that they come home not tired, and they are during the week have enough vitality in the loft. So I prefer to keep a pigeon for the next year as a yearling. That pigeon is healthy and have a good vitality the entire week. Because when a pigeon come home as a youngster and you see 3-4 days a week they are sitting, she's tired, I think that will never be a race. So I think for youngsters the most important thing for the selection is healthy and vitality.
And to 1 year old, what they have to do?
When they are yearling, then they get the full program for all birds that in Holland are 24 weeks after each other. The 24 races, and that are about 11 short distance, 7 middle distance and 6 long distance races. So they race then 8,000 kilometers as a yearling. Week after week, cocks and hens, we race them on total widowhood. They fly every week to the race, all together.
24 race, all this race?
All this race. So only when the pigeon come home late or is not healthy or is not in a good condition, then stay at home. Otherwise, all the pigeons race week by week.
And how many kilometers?
8,000.
8,000 kilometers.
Yeah. So that's, and then after that year, then you can make a good selection. Which are the good pigeons? When the pigeons have many prizes, many top prizes, and then you have pigeons that you can race the second year for the Olympics. So the Olympics are always for 2 years, and for when the pigeons are very good in 1 year, for the national ace pigeons.
You make any selection when they are 1 year old, by the results or by the rest?
No, then by results.
By results.
Yeah.
And when they are older, what they have to do and how you eliminate some pigeons?
Yeah.
Older if they don't do it?
Yeah, when they are not good enough as a yearling, then we eliminate the pigeons. Then we keep yearlings and young pigeons again. Then the yearlings become 2-year-old pigeons, and then they get the same program, 24 races again, 8,000 kilometers. And then after the career or a young bird yearling and 2-year-old pigeons, then the racing career for a pigeon is over at our place.
It's over.
Over. Then we stop, we don't race anymore with 3-year-old pigeons. Why? Because in 3 years our pigeons race about 20,000 kilometers. And I think when they have done almost 60 races in that 3 years, I think then the pigeons come more home for routine. So they come home, they win the prizes, but the top prizes are over. So the speed goes down, and I think to win races you need young pigeons that want to win. And I think when they have had 60 races on the same method, I think then it's over. Because some people said, yeah, why race not with 3 or 4-year-old pigeons like I do? But the pigeons that do that, they only race 12, 13 times a year. So these pigeons, before they have 60 races, have 5 years to race. And our pigeons have 3 years to race. And then they are still young to go, when they are really good pigeons, to go to the breeding loft.
How you recover the pigeons after the race?
Yeah. After the race, the pigeons can eat as much as they like. So they can eat they can eat a lot of sports mixture. They get the P40 energy corn, they get a lot, really a lot.
Use electrolytes or something like that for?
No. We did that in the past, and I think a pigeon likes to have clear water when they come home. So I don't like to give something into the water, so they get clean food and clean water. Because then they eat a lot, they drink a lot, then they can recover, I think.
And in the next days?
We are a little bit old-fashioned, so first they have to recover, they can eat as much as they like, and then we give the day after, we give 70% of a sort of kind of a diet food and 30% of sports mixture. And day by day, until the end of the week, we increase the sports mixture. So Monday 30% sport mixture, Tuesday 40, Wednesday 50. Every day we increase the sports mixture. Then they eat the entire week.
I understand.
But the cocks, they get in the box, hand of food twice a day, and they can pick out what they like. So they like, they need more peas, so they eat peas. When they want to eat corn, they eat corn. So we let them pick themselves.
What type of food you use for your pigeons?
Verzela Laga, Merriman, Bayers, we mix that together, and then we make our own mixture. So I think in the racing season for the long distance or the 1 day long distance is also important to give the pigeons a lot of fat at the end of the week. So small seeds and peanuts.
Small seeds and peanuts, it's enough.
Yeah, not only enough, but as an extra.
And you give oils or something like that to increase the fats?
No. They get the peanuts and small seeds, and I think they like peanuts, so they eat a few. When they are finished with the normal food, they always like to eat a few peanuts.
How many peanuts you give it? Oh, it's free in the end of the week.
So in the morning each pigeon get about 5 peanuts, and in the afternoon again 5 peanuts.
How you motivate a pigeon who have a good prices, but he needed more, and how you motivated a pigeon like that?
Yeah, I think when you only raise like a few ventures in Holland, raise only 5-6 big races a year, then motivations has, maybe you can motivate them to show them before, or show them not before, or only let them walk in the hole. But I think when you want to race 24 races a year, I think then it's difficult to motivate week after week. So when they know the system, what they can expect on Saturday, I think then it's the average is better than you motivate. Because when you motivate, maybe it's a little bit better, but then they fall down. And when you don't motivate, they stay on a high level each week. So otherwise you get like this, performance like this.
Tell us some things about your new loft, about the system you...
Yeah, we have five breeding sections of 9 couples, so 45 breeding pairs. Like I told you before, they get 4 different partners a year for our own. Then we have 6 young bird lofts. So first we separated the rounds of youngsters, but when they all fly a good loft flying, then the rounds come together. They go out together to train around the loft. When the youngsters first, they have about 10 training tosses before the first race with the combine, up to about 50 kilometers. The first 2-3 races they are together in the loft. Then because we darken them until the 21st of June, so they start to pair the youngsters end of June, beginning of July. So when they are a few couples, we separate them the middle of July, and then we raise them on the door method. So then the youngsters, we train them mostly on Wednesday for 50 kilometers. They come home together for an hour, then we separate them again, and then on Thursday or Friday, basketing day, they go separately into the box and to learn also the widowhood system. Only then the youngsters are on the door method. Then we have 3 sections for the widowhood hens. The entire week they are in the widowhood hen loft, and they also train 2 times a day from this loft. Next to it are the 5 lofts with the cocks. Each loft for the cocks have 18 boxes in a U, and they are raised on the total widowhood. So they come home together, then normally the loft is empty. So then the cock has to wait for the hen, or the hen has to wait for the cock. But when it's a normal race, then in 10-15 minutes the most pigeons are home, and that is no problem. It's only a problem when the cock comes home early and the hen his hen come late, really late, 1 hour, 2 hours late. Maybe the next week he can be first again, but when the hen is again not there, then you have a problem with total widowhood. So for a hen it's not a problem, but she is also motivated when she can be in the box, because the entire week she is in the widowhood hen loft. But so the hen is already happy when she is in the loft and in the box and in the nest ball. But the cock is not only happy with the box and the nest ball.